Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. In today's episode, we're going to check out Jonno's jaw-dropping 4-foot cade. Alright, thank you for joining me on yet another episode of Parker's Reefs, and as touched on in the intro, it is finally time we are doing another tank tour, and I can say that I've got a few more lined up in some coming weeks on the channel. But today we are going to see Jonno's incredible 4-foot cade. Now, I've got to give Jonno a massive shout out. I did have another video lined up this week, which at the last minute kind of fell through. So I put a question out to the Facebook community to say, does anyone in the remotely Melbourne region have a tank that I could come and film for YouTube? And Jonno, a longtime fan of the channel, put his hand up and said, if it's not too far of a drive, come on over to my place and check out my tank. I hope it's worthy. Now, let me just tell you, this tank is incredible. It is so worthy, and you're going to enjoy absolutely every minute of it, from the infrastructure through to the fish and the corals, as well as just the overall aesthetics of the system. It is absolutely a jaw dropper, and you're going to love every second of it. So without any further ado, let's roll the footage and check out Jonno's jaw-dropping 4-foot cade. All right, we're here with Jonathan, who's going to tell us all about this incredible piece of the reef we're standing in front of here. Firstly, thank you so much for putting your hand up. I did put a post out on a local Facebook group here saying I've had a last minute cancellation and I would love to get more tank tours on Parker's Reefs. Jonno, you put your hand up and were like, come film my tank. This would be a bucket list item, and before you know it, here we are filming it. So thank you so much for making it possible. I really appreciate it. Secondly, tell us about this tank, man. What are we looking at here? This is awesome.
Yeah, cool. Well, first of all, thanks, Sam, for coming, fella. Definitely, as I said, massive bucket list item for me.
Mate, I appreciate it. Yeah,
to be on your channel's legacy, man. So yeah,
this tank is so incredibly worthy. I'm so glad you put your hand up, because we've got ourselves a real pumping mixed reef here with so much colour. How long has this tank been running for?
So this one, just under 2 years now.
It's under 2 years?
I think it's the 2-year anniversary this month or next month.
Oh, perfect timing to be here then.
Yeah, definitely.
Celebrate the anniversary with the video.
Yeah.
And is this your first tank? You've been in the hobby before this?
Yeah, so story goes, so we went, we had a bit of spare time, and me and the boys went to pick up a turtle.
Okay.
Tossed it up between a turtle and a frog. We picked a turtle tank.
Yes.
And that was my first meeting with a reef tank at the aquarium.
Nice.
Yeah, it was love at first sight. Love at first sight. Within 2 weeks, I was back with a Red Sea little 170.
Yes.
Nano. It was a short-lived journey before an upgrade. It was like maybe a month or two before I was like, I need a bigger tank. So yeah, here we are. Went and picked up a K1200.
Yeah, right. So this was the first upgrade, I guess, and pretty quickly into it from the Red Sea. Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
So you've only been in the hobby for a bit over 2 years.
Correct,
and man, you've already got success like this. That's amazing. We should point out, this looks like a cade here. We've got a cade...
K1200.
1200, I was going to say 12 or 15, but yeah, 12.
Yeah. So I actually ordered the 15. Paid, ordered, and I went to pick it up, and they had a 1200 next to it in the box.
Yes.
And I don't know why I did a last minute change. I got convinced it would be easier with the access, and kind of I had a pretty tight space as well.
Yes.
So I went with the 4-foot. Yeah, still not decided whether I should have gone for the 15. Definitely every night I go to bed, I wish I did, but
2 hours down, 2 hours, 2 years down the track, you're always going to say, I wish I had that extra foot.
Yeah, spot on.
The reality of it is maybe you did, maybe you didn't, I don't know.
Yeah,
the main thing is it looks pretty good here.
Yeah, true, I like the proportion of the 4-foot as well. It's like, it's not intimidating, it looks good, it fits in the house well.
Definitely. Yeah, it does sort of escalate really quickly after that, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You got a fish house after that.
It can happen. And I mean, sneak peek, things have already bled over there, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So this system, we've got a cade 1200 here, been running a little over 2 years, or coming up to 2 years. Maybe we'll start with some of the infrastructure, because this system is clean as a whistle. We'll get through all of the equipment and your methodologies and things, and then we'll jump into the livestock, because you've got some cracking livestock in there. Starting maybe from the top, you've got an interesting mix of lighting here. I love it. It's cool to see different brands of lighting all working in unison, and particularly when you get it as slick, integrated as you have there.
Yeah, for sure.
What sort of lights are you running?
Yeah, so first we've got the Radeon G6 Pros, the XR30s.
Nice.
Again, you don't know if you went with the right decision, but the Pros seem to work well.
They look great to me, yeah.
Yeah. Then next I added the blades.
Yes.
So I got a glow on the front and a grow on the back.
Yeah.
I did have both the grows, but yeah, I was chasing a bit of that fluorescence and
Chasing the pop.
Yeah, chasing the pop. And then also Kessel A360 just smack in the middle there.
Just right in the middle there,
Yeah.
just to sort of spread the radians out a little bit.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Just give you that third different brand of LED on there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
cover all the different diodes and
Yeah.
lenses and
That's
all
it.
of that. And
Yeah.
it's gives us a absolutely fantastic result. Looks like you've mounted that all off a, you got a radian rail there,
Correct,
which
yes.
you've done really nicely, cables up to the roof there.
Yeah.
That would have been fun. It's always a bit of a challenge trying to locate that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was me one night by myself, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And yeah, I pulled it off. Had a couple of false screws, which I painted up and put in. So yeah,
No one would ever know.
No, yeah, spot on. You can. I measured about 10 times. I still cut it wrong. So
It works out a treat.
Yep.
And then you've managed to get the Kessel into that rail as well.
yes,
Just drilled through and mounted him in.
yeah. So I had I actually had a 4040
Yeah,
T-slot
yes.
originally, but it was pretty heavy, and I was like, let's see if we could slim it up a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So I had some of the T-slot, the bolts that
Yes.
go through. So
Yeah,
yeah,
those
just slid that
T-nuts,
through
yeah, yep.
and then screwed into that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Which works well.
Looks a
Really
treat.
well, nice and tidy.
And then you got the radians on this. This looks like a fairly customized angle adjustable bracketry you've got on there.
Yeah, this one's really good. It's from this a guy in the States, a
Yeah.
3D printer.
Okay.
But yeah,
Oh,
really
look at that.
easy.
You can adjust it just
You
like
can
that.
adjust. Yeah, it's spot on. Yeah, it's really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, really tidy.
Looks a
And
treat.
then-
Just mounts in onto the radian rail there and
Yeah.
makes things super slick. It's a trend I see a lot, and I must admit I've jumped on the bandwagon too with the AI blades to use them as supplements, but also as light shades.
Yeah,
And
spot on. Yeah,
It works a treat. You're standing right here, which is
Yep.
where you would be to
Yep.
enjoy all of the life happening in this tank.
Yep.
And then that front blade there just takes all of that light that would normally hit you in the eye. You have to be, a few feet shorter to actually get any of the light there. So
yeah, spot on. Yeah, it works
works
well.
a treat. Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
good.
And just gives you. I know LEDs. It's one of the strengths and weaknesses of LEDs is how directional they can be. So
Yeah.
the more angles you can get on your LEDs, I guess the better.
Yeah,
and it's
spot
just
on.
going to get light bouncing in all directions.
Spot
and
on. Yeah.
Judging by the health, I promise we won't go into the livestock yet, but things like that that green goblin in there growing in every single direction would suggest you've probably got the lighting going pretty damn well. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
well
Definitely.
done there.
Yep.
Moving on to the next piece of equipment, and I got to tell you what, this tank is not swamped with wavemakers, but this flow, man, I was watching before, it's actually toned down a little bit now.
Yes. Yep.
You had a standing wave in there that was
Yep.
millimeters off exiting the tank.
Yeah.
You just running the two MP.
Yeah, it's a 2 MP40s.
40s, yeah.
I got them transitioning between short pulse and
Yes.
neutral and export mode.
Okay.
So yeah, that works well. I've been this again with this tank. Flow's been a killer for mine.
Yeah,
The
right.
first year and a half trying to figure out what
Yes.
flow works well.
Yes.
The short pulse definitely gives the rocking wave,
Yes.
and I find that works best. The hammers love it, the goddies love it,
Yeah.
and it gets the water column really stirred up. So yeah, that works well. I've played with other wave makers. I've had 4 MP40s in here,
Right.
and just find that it cancels out
Yeah.
each other.
Okay. Yep.
And then when I played around tweaking, I took them out.
Yep.
2 perfect. And then
Yeah, right.
pull-ups on the acrays are moving, the hammers are not moving too much.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it's less equipment in the tank.
Yeah,
Not
spot
to
on.
mention less expense, but
Yeah.
it also less electricity, there's not so much heat with the Vortex. They keep
Yeah.
all the motors outside, but
Yeah, spot on.
and it gives you a couple of spares to switch over if you ever need.
Yeah, it works well. Yeah, that was a real interesting find. Even after that, I added just a J-bow, massive
Yeah,
one, just
yeah.
to see if I could get a little bit more. And again, just disrupted everything and ended up taking it out. So
Right,
sometimes less is more, definitely.
Less is more, and yeah, it works a treat.
Yeah.
Wow, well, that's surprisingly little number of pumps to get the nice flow in such a diverse mixed reef that you got here. What about some of the other infrastructure you're running on this system?
Yep.
It's all super tidy here. You can't see any
Yep.
one thing I always say with people with their reef tanks is a lot of the time people focus on everything inside the glass box and sometimes let things sort of get away from them outside of the glass box, and you end up looking like a little bit of a science lab that has a beautiful 4-foot section of reef, but all sorts of madness going on around it.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah.
You've tackled that impeccably on this tank and have utilised every square inch of this cade.
Definitely.
Holy
It's been
moly.
It's been worse, but it's been it's also, I think it's probably the best version of sump and kind of additions. So happy with how it turned out. Definitely one of the key things is making sure it doesn't look like a lab.
I cannot agree more. And like I said, it's something I think gets overlooked way too often. I get it that the hobby is about what's inside the glass box, but it takes away from it if you've got things laying around the tank.
Spot on.
Ugliness outside of it. And when you can make it as tidy as this, every single focus from your eyeball goes into that glass box. But
spot on.
Now that you do have the doors open, run us through, man. You've got... I reckon Shell Refinery would be proud of this. You've got some equipment in there. Run us through it.
Yeah, definitely. So, started with the return pumps. I got an M2 on the main return. And then I got an S2 running the UV.
So you've managed to squeeze 2 return pumps into the 4-foot cage sump. That would be a tight fit.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, actually, it was just that kind of, they just plopped in. It's pretty big because it L-curves
it's the
around.
L shape on the cage, isn't it? Yeah, so you do, it kind of accommodates it perfectly, doesn't it? You can put one in each spot. Yeah,
spot on. It is hard to, there's nothing being cleaned out of that chamber at all ever. So
it doesn't look to be causing any problems.
Spot on, so I've got an Aqua Twist UV 57 on the corner there that comes in through the S2.
Nicely, beautiful.
And then Reef Factory small roller.
Yep.
That was, I think, pretty sure that was one of the only ones that fit in the back chamber. That was pretty important, making sure that I could utilise that back section.
Did you add that on at the start or down the track?
Actually, I had a Clarice.
I
had a Clarice and then went to this. So just a little bit of an upgrade without being too much of an upgrade.
Nice.
And then I got the Roll Exclusive Supermarine 200.
Yeah, look at the gunk that is pulling out.
It does good.
The Royal Exclusive, I know they're not known as the cheapest skimmer on the market, but damn.
It's an absolute killer.
The thing is dead silent. The foam is Snow White would be proud of how soft and fluffy the foam is, and then the gunk in that cup is it's putrid.
It's fun. It is good. I've played around with maybe 4 or 5 skimmers. I went to this, I thought that was it, creme de la creme. And then I wanted a little bit more space back to kind of play with the refugium or and then put this back on. It was just night and day. Even from a pH perspective, the aeration that it gives is just next level.
That's one thing I have seen from people that have upgraded their skimmers. Is the first thing they notice is the pH. Gives you an instant result, just more air injected into the system.
Spot on.
Makes all the difference.
Spot on.
It's a great indication of how well your skimmer's running, I guess.
Spot on. And then we've got the NIOS Torque media reactors. So I run carbon GFO full time.
Sure thing.
It does a really good job.
And is this underneath that? Is that the pump?
Yeah, correct.
So you've made little bracketries and stuff to get the NIOS up to fit that in with the external pump on the Royal Exclusive.
Yeah, spot on. It worked well. That was just, I think it was a Cove skimmer stand from Aquamarine I picked up.
Yeah, nice.
It pulled out of the garage, fit perfectly. So I was like, that's it. But still can't utilise the space behind it because it's too small for anything. But it does well.
But you've managed to make that work. And you said in the NIOS you're running carbon GFO.
Yes, correct.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. Full time, just carbon GFO. Swap it out every 2 to 3 weeks.
Beautiful.
It's
one thing, I must admit, we don't see, I don't see anyway, a lot of people running the NIOS reactors, but so neat and tidy the way, particularly when that's situated right there, front left of the sump. Just twist, lift that out, go change your media over, pop it back in, you leave the base there.
I reckon it's perfect. I wouldn't get any other media reactor when you're done. The only ideal situation, I'd pick up another one and then just swap them out.
Then you've got the ability to exchange.
Spot on. Clean it instead of in the night instead of a quick 15-minute hot swap, which gets a bit stressful sometimes. But
this is true. You've got some fans in there as well behind that.
Spot on.
Keep things cool.
So again, I think that actually worked really good. So I didn't have space for a cooler. The first problem, and then we smashed the aircon in the summer. And it was doing a good job, but I find myself on the really hot days having to drop an ice bottle in. Picked up the fan and absolutely perfect.
People often underestimate how much temperature a fan can make a difference.
Spot on. It pulls it down a couple of degrees even.
Amazing. And really it's super compact. You can fit it in there. It doesn't really chew a lot of power. It just does the job nicely.
Spot on. So I got that hooked up to the ink bed. I did have actually, funnily enough, on Saturday, I wake up in the morning, there's an alarm going off. So I had the Reef Factory thermo control. And then found out that it wasn't heating, so the heating fuse must have blown, but I couldn't open the cap. So yeah, had a mad rush Saturday morning trying to go pick up a heater because it's a Shago, so
yes, it needs a controller.
Yeah. So I had to go pick up a controller.
Oh, wow. Luckily, it's been a little bit warm here in Melbourne. We've had an unusually warm start to spring, so wouldn't have been leaning on the heater as much.
Nah, exactly. It was only 0.2 degrees that I got.
Yeah, lucky. Yeah.
Still stressful, but
always.
So yeah, picked up an ink bed actually the other day off Amazon, so that was good.
Great.
Then from there we got Apex.
Yeah, so you got the Trident in there running away? Yeah.
So got the Trident, running the Apex. Nothing actually too complicated. Got the energy bar for the Apex. That powers on and off some stuff. So I got the solenoid from a calcium reactor. Plugged into the Apex. Mainly pH is what I check on the Apex.
Okay.
And then that just keeps my primaries in check as well.
Yep.
Refactory doser. For when I want to top up, if I need to top up anything. That's what was running the system before. I run a bit of Red Sea Nopox. Find that does good. Just a bacteria feed the system. Not really more for nitrate control, just more that bacteria. Yeah,
which is something that there's been a bit of talk about lately. I mean, Nopox used to always be talked about as nutrient control, but as bacteria is becoming a little bit less of a mystery in the hobby. I mean, it's still a massive mystery, but a little bit less than it was, say, 5 years ago. People are really getting a focus on feeding that bacteria and also giving a variety of foods, so you've got a variety of bacteria. So I definitely do see Nopox coming into the game, or any other sort of carbon dosing, whether it's vinegar, sugar, vodka, or whatever it is.
There's better ways, definitely. I wouldn't much trust myself getting anything from the pantry, but so at least get something from it.
Well, it looks to be working a treat, so that's doing good.
And then, so the Apex, calcium reactor, and then a Versa. So that's pulling calcwasser from the garage.
Nice. Beautiful.
Which is good. I played with the Octo Calc series, but I found that I was losing the potency so quick. So this is pulling from a 60-litre drum in the garage.
Beautiful.
Which absolutely perfect for now.
Saves you having to top that off every other day.
Spot on.
60 litres is going to keep things running a while.
Spot on. And then calcium reactors back there. I don't know if you
right. I'll get the camera to pan down in there so you've utilised.
I haven't checked that there, so hopefully it's not.
It's fine. You can see another. So you got another Versa down there running the calcium reactor.
The Versa, and I got the second chamber.
Yeah, nice. Got that Sea Torch on there. They do make some quality gear.
So that works well. That was a scary transition as well, going into the calcium reactor, but actually it was pretty good. Apart from leaving the gas valve fully opened and then cranking the needle, and it shot, I don't know how much CO2 it shot into the
That's the mistake I've heard people do. And with a lesser quality calcium reactor than the Sea Torch, they actually blow them apart.
Oh, get out. Wow.
You can put enough pressure through that solenoid that it actually pressurizes the reactor and pops it.
Wow.
Thankfully, and I mean, you will attest to the Sea Torch quality, even when it's empty, you pick it up, the thing weighs a ton.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a good feeling kit.
Super thick. Quality acrylic and PVC on them, titanium bolts and stuff.
Yeah, spot on.
That thing, I'm not going to say pressure him up like a gas cylinder, but...
I did not know. Funnily enough, it happened twice. So I did it, and then I waited for the pH to come up, and then shot it again. The pH went down to like 5 both times.
Hitting it like a shot of nitrous again. Slow and steady, man.
Sounds like I dodged the bullet then, so thank God.
Fantastic. No, well,
that's basically it, for gear.
Basically it. I mean, that's a heck of a swagger of gear that you've got running a 4-foot reef. So you've got Apex monitoring and testing, obviously, the Trident. You've got calcium reactor doing I'm assuming the bulk of the supplementation. You've then got calcwasser keeping pH and things up and taking a little bit of a load off the calcium reactor. Dosing as well, just so you can tweak things should you need, but also giving you the ability to do the Nopox for bacteria. Nutrient control is just the top of the line skimmer, which is going to handle. I mean, that's a big size skimmer for this system. And we'll have a look at the fish in a second, but that's going to do a good job. And obviously a little bit of GFO and carbon in there as well. Oh, and I forgot the filter roller as well.
Yes, correct.
Shoehorn that in. Incredible.
Spot on.
A little bit of a gadget freak, I'm guessing.
Definitely love the gadgets. I think that was the most addictive part off the hobby at start. How much gear you can get. You don't normally get hobbies that you can really keep going. But definitely a fun part of the hobby, the gear factor.
You've done well with it because, like I said, from outside the tank here, it's just clean as a whistle. You can't see a thing, and it's important. We're in your living room, open plan kitchen.
Definitely,
You don't want calcium reactors sitting on the coffee table.
No, spot on.
It's not going to look great.
That cabinet actually $29.
Yeah,
I ordered it. $29. Got delivered in 2 days. I was freaking. Wow. Fit perfect.
It's the right height. Just
spot on. Yep.
Good colour matches the uprights of the Cade.
Yep, spot on. Yeah, so that definitely adds.
We'll have to give Adam from Cade a shout out and say, hey, this could be a cheap mini caddy.
Spot on. Yeah.
Works really well, and it just fits the space perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now that we've caught our breath from all of that infrastructure, because damn, that's a lot running the tank. We now finally get to the bit that I'm sure thousands of viewers have been holding out for, and that's to talk about everything inside the glass box. Because Jono, mate, this is ridiculous. This is a mixed reef for the ages. The colour, the range of corals you've got in there, the growth, absolutely fantastic. Would you like to talk about corals or fish first?
We'll go fish.
Fish.
Yeah,
all right.
So
there's some stunners in here. Do you want to start with the big guys first, or you want to start with the oldest, or what tickles your fancy there?
So we've got 4 big ones. We've got the yellow tang.
Definitely stunning yellow tang.
Nice fat yellow tang. Picked it up second hand.
Nice. Picture of health too. He's settled in beautifully. Great colour.
So I was struggling. Perfect. Actually posted on the Maffa group.
Yes.
He was struggling with his coloration for quite a while.
Right.
And then I started doing seaweed every day. That was the recommendation. I didn't think I had to, because I've heard of people not doing seaweed at all. So I just committed to it every day, and then he's coloured up actually. So
right. And you say nori every day. How much are we talking? Like how much?
Half a sheet. Fold it up.
Bit.
Yeah,
every single day. How'd your phosphates go with that?
Yeah, good actually.
Right, nice.
Yeah, so I kept it in check with the GFA. It's something that I've been definitely.
That's one thing the nori can do, is it is pretty heavy on the phosphates.
That's what I found. So I was only doing it once a week, and then I even stopped just to get better control of the phosphates. But actually when I added the calcium reactor, that kicked in another level of phosphate that I wasn't expecting with the media.
Definitely does contribute a little bit. What sort of media are you running in it?
Carib Sea.
So the extra course. Same stuff I run, and I mean, they do their best to be low in phosphates, but the reality of it is you're melting coral bone. It's going to be a bit of phosphate in there.
Yeah, spot on.
Death by 1,000 cuts, it all adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah, spot on. I was at probably 0.9 to 1 phosphate, 0.1 phosphate for a really long time, and everything was really stable.
Yes.
Added the calcium reactor, and I started seeing it trend to like 0.17.
Yeah, okay. Still nothing crazy.
No, nothing crazy, but
as we say, it all adds up. And then you start eating nori every day, and things start slipping out to 0.6, 0.7.
Yeah, spot on. That's it. So I actually changed my GFO. I was running the FOS 0.4.
Yes.
Yep. And I changed to the Aquaforest GFO. Just I find it's a little bit more aggressive.
It's a bit more aggressive. It's also a bit more economical too, I find. The zero is a Fauna Marine that does
correct.
0.04. It's fantastic stuff, and it's a little bit of voodoo, I think, the way it doesn't strip things down further than that. But I definitely would agree. There's 2 things that it's not its strengths, and that is price and aggressiveness.
Yeah, for sure,
If you're low in nutrients, it's a fantastic GFO.
Definitely,
if nutrients are starting to get away from you, it's probably not the most economical choice.
Definitely, spot on. So that change actually kept it pegged, and I added the nori every day. So even some flags I'm doing now. So,
nice.
Yeah, the nutrients are doing well.
It's funny, isn't it? Like where you were mindful of putting too much nori in for for phosphate, so that you wouldn't lose colour. Probably in your corals, but in the tank in general. And by adding more nori in, you managed to get this fish to colour up.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's spot on.
He's literally a model yellow tang now, like perfect size, colour, shape, everything.
Yeah,
so
loving it.
Good. What sort of nori are you running? Is it supermarket stuff, or you run an
Amazon actually. It's
look at this.
Good little change.
Mini Cade cabinet.
Yeah, Amazon. I think it's like $7.
Yeah, sweet.
Cheaper than the shop. So that works well.
Works a treat. Very nice.
Yep.
Well, he looks a treat, and you've got him to survive in there peacefully with a powder blue tang.
Yeah. So a bit of a journey. The fish fish set up in here. So started off with a gem tang and a yellow tang.
Yes.
Added gem tang, and then I added the yellow tang.
Yes.
And that yellow tang absolutely ripped him to shreds.
Yeah, I was going to say the gems are generally pretty passive.
Yeah, they did all right. They were a couple of months together, and then one day I came home,
flick switched,
shredded.
Yeah. And
he just wouldn't leave him alone. I had a cave back there, and he kept bashing him into the cave.
Yeah.
So I had to pull him up and got rid of him.
Yep. It's funny, the same family, or I must admit I'm not a fish expert, but the Zebrasoma side of fish, there is such a scale where like your purples are probably one of the most aggressive in that side. Yellows aren't far off them. Gems are way down the list.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you almost never come across a gem that's the boss of a tank. I don't know why.
It would have been good if he fought back a little bit.
If he probably just got one punch in, they'd be fine. He just had to give him one back.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah. I tried to flick him off with the thing, but I'll give you a punch, mate. So then the powder blue I added later. It was always a dream fish. So he settled in nicely. He's nice. Yeah, his coloration around the fins is, I'm not sure if maybe the tank's a little bit small, or because he's got the nori every day too, so he seems all right, he seems happy.
Looks pretty darn spectacular to me.
Yeah, cool, okay. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I see what you're saying about on the bottom fins, he's got like a little bit of black on the tail there. I don't know if that's a sign of anything, like the blue through his body looks an absolute treat, and that yellow contrasts really nice, which is everything you want from a powder blue.
Spot on,
Is he the boss, or is the yellow the boss?
I think he's the boss. Actually, no, he puts the powder blue in his face when the nori's out. He'll start backing up those spikes.
Definitely. Very nice. Well, they give a fantastic contrast of colour between those two. Pretty impressive in a 4-foot tank, to be honest.
Cool.
Powder blues are known to be, they can be pretty aggressive, so to get him in there and have him settled in and living his best life with the yellow, that's great.
He's done well. Second is the fox face. Love him. Had him since the start. He's a legend.
Such a utilitarian fish. Really good personalities. I do love the way when they freak out, they go full camouflage. Look completely dead with their spikes out and they're laying on the sand. And it's always a fish that terrifies new reefers. But he looks a treat. And look at him. He's got nice thick belly on him. He's getting his share of nori too, I'm guessing.
Loving it. The fourth big one is the margin butterfly.
Nice. Yes.
Again, beautiful fish. I was chasing the copper band for a while. I don't know what it was. When you look for a fish, there's none available. Then these the margins came in. I picked one up because I had actually Aptasia. Maybe 10, 15 Aptasias, and they started to consistently pop up.
If you get 10 or 15, there's probably 10 or 15 dozen.
Spot on.
that are just hiding away in the nooks of the rock.
Spot on. So added him. There was a couple of the big ones I had to putty over. But then haven't seen an Aptasia since.
Wow,
probably
incredible.
Been more than 6 months.
How'd you go introducing this guy into the tank and with food and stuff? Was it one shot?
Straight off, straight off. So I heard, before I bought him, I heard that they're a lot more hardy than the copper bands.
They definitely are, but that still doesn't make him an easy fish.
He went in. He was the first fish when I put my hand in the tank, he'd come up for pats.
Oh man, you just made a ton of enemies.
True. He was the first one. So
people would die to have a margin butterfly.
Just I didn't know that.
Go into the tank seamlessly.
He was loving it. He was very out there. Amazing. There was one time actually I was gluing down a frag. And because he's always coming up to my hand, he took a bit of the glue off. And glued his mouth shut. Far out. I was freaking.
Stressful times.
I was trying to catch him to see if I could get it out, but he ended up coming out himself. So.
They work it out. I mean, it is. I'm sure it's not great for him.
No, true.
It definitely wouldn't be the first fish that's grabbed a mouthful of super glue from a frag mounting. But and he doesn't cop any grief from the tangs or anything at all.
They do. The powder blue and him do a little bit of a dance. So they actually got Here we go. They actually got a very weird defense. So they do the circles and they kind of fly around, which is cool. So every night you see maybe a couple of minutes from the powder blue.
Just reminding each other.
And the yellow tang actually every now and again. So that's it for the bigs.
Very nice. You've got some stunning smaller fish in here too, though.
So I got some Anthias. Started off with 6 lyre-tails. There's only 3 left now. The lyre-tails as well, weird coloration.
They are a little bit strange. It's almost like you've got some Coopers in there as well, or Dispars?
Dispars.
It's almost like they've tried to adjust to the Dispar coloration.
Actually, so they were, I only added the Dispars maybe a couple of months ago now. But the lyre-tails, I'm not sure if, again, it was a similar situation. A lot of my fish colour wasn't right there. So I kind of had a really good frozen routine, and it was aimed towards coral health.
Yep.
So as I started playing around with pellets and flakes and the nories, I'm starting to see that colour come back. So hopefully, same story with the antheas.
Yeah.
So and then the male anthea, absolute bloke he is. If I could catch him out and piff him, I would.
I see he's keeping all of those antheas in check. There he goes.
It's too much, mate. It's like it doesn't stop all day. He's just absolutely hammering someone. So yeah, a bit annoyed the male, but it is what it is.
That's antheas for you. Particularly, the male antheas do just like to remind those females 24/7. Yeah, can be fun, but that's all right. And he is even taken to those disc bars and just keeping them in check.
Yeah, everyone. He'll round up a tang if he can too. He does it every day.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, spot on. Then wrasse.
Yes.
So absolute nightmare for a wrasse journey I've had.
Okay, I can relate. But
which is one of the real fish that I wanted to.
One of the fish it's really set the tank up for.
Yeah. For wrasse, gone through 2 mystery wrasses, gone through 3 or 4 Lenardi wrasses. They always got destroyed, and I didn't know why. I was trying to figure it out. One morning, I came and I saw the blue tang with my mystery wrasse in its mouth, and it was just shaking it and trying to play rough with it.
Wow.
Next morning, half the tail was missing.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, buddy, you're out. Blue tang got yanked.
I'll say it's unusual, but maybe it's not. Maybe the viewers out there have had similar experience. I've personally never had a blue tang.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why. Even when yellows were not expensive, a blue tang and a yellow tang, which were considered definitely for 4 foot and above tanks, kind of like the staple of reef tank fish. They never interested me, so I never got them. And
beautiful colour.
Will have to confess that the blue tangs have tempted me of late. And yellow tangs, if they came back to a reasonable price, I'd be tempted again.
Yeah, definitely. You need them.
But it's so strange. It's a fish I've never had. Either of those. But
interesting.
Now that I've heard that story, I don't want a blue tang either.
I think I heard it on maybe a video, an American video or podcast.
Yes.
He saw his blue tang grab an anthea and he was swimming around with it. And then, when I saw it, I believed it. When I saw him running around with my mystery wrasse. So, yanked him.
Yes.
And I've got wrasse X back.
We do. You've got some nice wrasse in here. Leopard wrasse, not an easy fish by any stretch of the imagination. You've got a pair in there.
Yeah, got a pair. So those, again, same story like the margin, actually. They came later on.
Yep.
And when I put my hand in, they're straight up.
Beautiful,
And they've been, 6 months plus now.
And I'll say that they're difficult, not that I've had any experience with them, but what I've overheard from the incredibly knowledgeable Dave at Deer Park is that they're a really difficult fish to get feeding. And they will basically, if they freak out, they'll just bury under the sand and they'll stay under the sand for 2 weeks and not eat and then just perish. So if you put them in and they've gone straight to your hand for food,
they love it,
you're kicking goals.
They love it. The bad thing about them is every night, my nightly routine, I've got to get a Teki blaster and blast off those Monties.
Yes.
Because they're covered in sand.
Yeah.
Logos every now and again, but that's the worst part about them.
Just making sure the sand is well aerated.
Yeah, spot on.
Good job.
Then we've got a pintail. Beautiful. I only picked them up recently.
Oh man, that was the first fish I saw when I came in. The colour on that thing is ridiculous. And how nice is he swimming around. Pinks, purples, yellows, lines on him. That iconic pintail.
I could give you a little dust here.
There we go. Just to showcase the feeding. He didn't come straight out. He's ripping the food out of the leopard. The leopard wrasse's mouth, and
they all love it.
Look at him go. Very, very nice. Gets a hive of activity, and the margin butterflies like, what just happened? All the fish got really excited. Something must have happened.
And actually the tail spot I forgot about, so I got a tail spot blending as well. He's one of the first in there.
Yeah, he really blends in, doesn't he? Not a common fish.
No, Yeah, it's good. I actually thought it was it's a discovery phase in the reef hobby. You find out that Google pictures aren't always like real life pictures.
Yes.
So I was excited for blue and orange, electric blue and electric orange. But he's a beautiful fish, great personality.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he's got that line of both along the top of his body, but also sort of from the mouth back to his fins, quite a vibrant orange in it. And it's nice to have some sort of more cryptic fish in there too.
Yeah, spot on.
Very, very nice.
Surprise. Royal Grammar.
Yes. He looks an old boy.
He's a year old, a year and a half.
Really?
When I picked him up, he was a pinky, tiny little Royal Grammar. Everyone freaks out. I don't know why or how.
He looks so big, and he looks like you've had him for 20
massive,
years.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. So I had a little Zora rock in there that's now in the Frag tank.
Yes.
And that was his home under there. I don't know if there was heaps of food getting stuck under there every time I fed, but
he just came across a little honey hole.
He's an absolute unit.
He is a unit, yeah. And he's a beast.
Yep.
Speaking of beasts, you've got another fish in here that I absolutely adore, the Bourbonius amphia.
Yes, yep.
Oh, man. Look at him just swimming around.
Unfortunately, it's my third one.
Yeah, okay. I've tried one once, and I got him to the point where when I put him in my tank, he went straight into a cave. He took a good week or two to come out of the cave at feeding time. Got to the point where for a good month or two, he would come out, even before feeding, he knew it was coming, would come out, but would still only hover around about 1 foot of the tank. 3 or so months of that, it got to the point where he'd be free swimming like this guy, and then bang, someone just destroyed him. I'm pretty sure it was my chromis, so as soon as I get rid of those chromis, I'm definitely getting another one of these.
I'm always tempted to get a couple of chromis, but your stories are enough, and the grunting at night, it sounds exciting, but I'd probably regret it pretty quick.
Don't get me wrong, I don't want to give chromis a bad name. They're probably the fish that make my tank look as nice as it does. But my chromis I've had for so long, and they're monsters. Like they grunt. They're like a emperor angel.
I can imagine.
They're very well matured and very, very aggressive. But enough on chromis. Let's talk more about this blotchy.
Absolute stunner he is.
There's just not another fish in the ocean that looks like that we can have in our homes.
No, exactly. They're absolutely stunning.
Pink and gold spots, and and the lyre-tail, the male lyre-tail, does he give him a hard time?
Yes, he does. I stopped. I was actually trying to catch him out a couple of months ago.
Yes.
But he put him in this side of the tank, which I love because he's out in the open. So he's been banished to the front, which is great.
It's fine. It contrasts against those hammers nicely.
Yeah, exactly. But every now and again, I see him just give him a little speed run around the tank. Not consistently, which is good.
Nothing too serious.
The last one, he was actually best friends with the Bourbonus.
Oh, really?
And they would like spin around, but they were in love. They weren't fighting. They looked amazing. So maybe he's a bit jealous or upset that I replaced him.
Maybe. Now there's more fish. I see a beautiful clownfish down here.
Yeah, beautiful.
Look at that foxy head. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Stunning here. Picasso?
Yes, a couple of Picassos. There's another one.
Oh, there is another buried in the Goni somewhere.
They love it, mate.
I was going to say, did you have a pair? But you do have a pair. Buried in there somewhere.
He's loving it. They go deep and they absolutely thrash it.
I'll be sure to try and get some top-down DSLR footage and see if we can just get a little visible sighting of the male's face. I'm assuming that's the female. She's pretty big size.
That's the one. They actually started laying eggs a couple of weeks ago.
Gorgeous. Yeah, really nice.
So that's exciting.
That is exciting. It's another whole element to the hobby, isn't it?
Yes, but I started, when you see eggs for the first time, you start Googling, start rushing, how do I do this? And then, put your hands up is probably the better option.
Definitely. You were talking about getting some good nutrition into your fish, and I tell you, there'll be nothing better than fresh clownfish eggs, that's for sure. They'll work a treat, but that's stunning mature female. Also got a nice Bangai in behind there too.
Yes, Bangai started off as a couple. Ended up with one, which is not bad.
That's another fish. When you do have a pair, if you get them breeding, that's a real cool element.
True.
To the hobby, just with the mouth brooding and the male stretching that jaw out, trying to hide all the babies in there. It's crazy.
Spot on.
Crazy. Are there any other fish we're missing?
There's a red mandarin somewhere.
Actually, I reckon I saw that one out before, but I can imagine he'll be slinking in around all of that rockwork and corals and.
Somewhere around.
We'll see if we get some footage of him at some stage, but that's a pretty decent fish list. And I'll tell you what, a good mix of schooling fish, some sort of individual fish like your Bourbonius, even the Bangai, and then a nice combination of tangs, rabbits, and even butterflies. Crazy nice mix.
Oh, there's a mandarin right there. I don't know if you can see the angle actually on the glass. He's just behind that green goblin.
He's just behind the green goblin there. I'll see if I can point him out on screen there, but he's going to be in there. You've got green goblin doing its thing, and he's in there making sure he finds all the pods.
It's spot on,
Really, really nice assortment of fish. Is there any sort of fish that is on your future plan? Or, I mean, you talked about maybe removing that male amphia. Any sort of plans of fish there in the coming months?
I'd love a Lanardi wrasse. That's one of my dream fish, just the coloration. And I would also love the a couple of the purple queen amphias.
Oof, yes.
I think they will add a real nice pop.
Yeah, just another dimension of colour.
Yeah, so that's really all I'm chasing right now. If I had to start tangs all over again, I'd definitely be starting with a gem tang again.
Yeah, right. Even with, I mean, you've got like the leopards in there giving you that sort of black and white spot.
Yeah. It's beautiful, mate. They're actually stunning fish.
Yeah.
I do miss it, so I wish I could add it back.
Fair call.
I had a couple of flame angels as well. The first one died, I don't know how, just got stuck under cave, and the second one was a polyp nipper.
Yeah.
So I had to yank him out
as well. It does happen. Flames are, I mean, all dwarf angels come with some level of risk.
Yeah.
I think we generally say something like a coral beauty, you have like 1 in 20 will eat coral, so like a 95% success rate.
Yeah.
Bicolor angel, like 19 out of 20 will eat coral. And the rest of them somewhere in between. And flames probably a 50-50, I reckon.
Yeah,
so,
true,
and then that aligns with what you had. You've had two. One ate coral, one didn't.
True. Spot on,
So consider that science experiment confirmed.
Yep, that's it.
So, look, I was going to say purple queens are such a difficult fish, but you seem to have the touch for difficult fish. So.
I wouldn't say that.
So I reckon if anyone's going to make them work, you will. So. That'll be a really cool addition, and Lenardi.
That'd be beautiful. Yeah,
that's a dream fish. Yeah. Any risk or any issues with wrasse? Like do you normally run a net on the tank or not on the open top?
I stopped probably about 6 months ago as well. I took the lid off. It looks much better. I get really OCD about condensation on the top rim.
Yes.
Took it off and kind of been doing well. The only fish that jumped out was my flame angel. And he got evicted by the male anthea.
Yeah,
I could tell the last couple of days they was kind of chasing him around and trying to take his spots. And then came out unfortunately in the morning. But that's been it. So
that's probably not too bad. Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's a heck of a introduction to your fish, and exciting to see what could come in the next few months or maybe even years with the fish in this system.
Yeah.
But it's time. We've got to talk about some coral because there's a bit to talk about in here.
Yeah.
You've got a bit going on in here, and you've got frag racks for days. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frag racks, and a whole frag tank over there.
Yeah.
You've just got coral growth beyond the 4-foot system.
Yeah, kind of,
Maybe start with, before we get to the actual corals, the rock work that they're all mounted to. This is artificial rock?
Yes, artificial Carib Sea.
Yep.
Arches?
No. Yeah.
What
nice.
do they call? Whatever they call it. Definitely massive inspiration from your rockscape.
It looks an absolute treat. No, I do love that you have kept the rock work fairly low in there. It's a mistake I think way too many people make is they build that rock work up and it looks cluttered quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got room for these corals to grow. Well, at least grow upwards.
Yeah.
You've got that much coral in there. They can't go sideways.
Yeah, that's it. Spot on. I wish there was a couple of things that I did different. I think the low's definitely good, but you get high par, so I have to get high par for the acros. That means I'm also getting high par on the sandbed.
Yes.
So it would have been good to somehow build some variation in there.
Yep.
But I think the depth as well of the rock work, I have kind of a real small space to slam acros there.
Yes. So you've got so much acro in there. That's before we even get to the LPS, but maybe we'll start with the acro because, well, it is at the sort of top of the tank, so we can work our way down.
Yep.
Maybe take us through, I don't know if you want to go left to right, top to bottom, whatever sort of fancies, or your favourite to least favourite.
Yeah, we'll go left because I made you turn left. So I actually had I had the Carib Sea cave there.
Yes.
So I ended up doing a little bit of a renovation. I wanted to get some more acros in.
The SPS bug had bitten.
Spot on. So I added another rock.
Yes.
And I just added a couple of nicer pieces on there. So I got the little red Ferrari on the bottom left.
Ooh, yeah,
it's just starting to sprout now, which is nice.
That's such a hard SPS, man.
I know, fingers crossed.
You've kept it alive so far and you're starting to get it to grow.
Yes.
And that's
fingers
awesome.
The only thing that makes me nervous is the flow being on the end of the tank.
It is a pretty delicate piece. So
it's got more upwards flow than sideways flow, so hopefully it stays all good.
It should be fine.
Yep. Got the golden jaw dropper.
Wow.
I'm a Navy.
That's fine. Yeah, if you know the names, go for them. Yeah.
I'm a Navy guy. I know that a lot of people don't necessarily love the names, but
it's all good.
I love the names. So I got the Frankie's Solo Clips.
Yep. That's the top right, is it?
Yep. So that's encrusting. So hopefully it starts colouring up now.
Very nice.
Rainbow Loom in the middle.
Yes.
And then RRC jaw dropper on the right side of that.
Beautiful.
Very green now, so hopefully that comes back to some nice pinks. And then PC Rainbow at the bottom.
Yep. Stunning.
And AMA Achilles heel.
Yeah, okay, that's the yellow guy there?
The green, yeah.
Yellowy green,
Just to get some more contrast happening there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, so new rock, but I'm glad that I did it when I did it. Otherwise, I would have had big and then small, whereas now I could hopefully get some blend in with their sizes.
That'll be fine, they'll look a treat.
Yep. So goldenrod, the big yellow one there.
Oh, my apologies, I was calling this green goblin. This is much more fancy than that.
So yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful coral.
Ridiculously nice, yeah.
Yellow with the pink polyps, absolutely my favourite.
Beautiful, and the growth pattern on that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks great.
Like, it's just like basketball, all directions. Colour's a treat.
I've only noticed the other day that it's getting a real tight formation on the right side.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just as it's coming up, is it to a pink Cadillac maybe? I don't know, whatever the piece is behind it to the right there. Or you've got maybe, is it a petrol slick on the right of it there?
At the back?
Both of those pieces, the back and the side.
Right, the one that next to it is a tangerine dream.
Oh, yes, nice.
Just the orange kind of greeny ones.
Yes.
And then back is the Frankie's red explosion.
Nice. Yeah, I wonder if it's just as it's getting close proximity to those that it's just really like basically
sensing it.
Yeah, backing in the troops and saying, let's make sure we've got heaps of polyps there.
Interesting. I actually heard the other day they were talking about, so a lot of people love obviously having the acros nice and close, but when the chemical warfare kicks in, it takes a lot of the acros energy.
Yes.
So anyway, sorry.
No apologies. It'd be interesting to see how they grow out.
Hopefully it's not having too much of an effect.
Well, that was Orange Dream, did you say? Sorry?
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream, I was close. That rhymes much better, so I should have. That is a crazy nice piece, and the way that's encrusted, you got the growth out there next to it, stunning. Next to it, Cherry Bomb?
Cherry Bomb.
Yeah,
correct,
all right. I got one right.
Yeah, not ideal. I think ever since that I've heard you talk about not the ideal coloration, mine went downhill. I feel like it used to be nice.
I was going to say that you've actually got some cherry coloration to it.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to get some top-down footage of it.
Cool.
But I don't know. Mine sort of greyed out. And it was sort of more a grey bomb than a cherry bomb. Yours still cherry.
Not ideal. Like these people that get the really nice blue skin and the red polyps. I think that's the goal.
I don't know. Like I said, I'll get some top-down footage. And I reckon I can crank the saturation and people will say that they want the colour you've got. I don't know. I don't always trust the pictures and stuff you see. I can tell you standing right here in front of it to the eye, that's among the best coloration I've seen in person.
So nice, man. Beautiful.
I wouldn't expect too much more from the cherry bomb.
Yeah, okay, nice. That's good. Thank you.
What about this guy coming off the rock there, that yellow, pink, green?
Yep, so that's a petrol slick.
Yeah, nice. That's a stunning piece.
Yep. So he's kind of halted. He crossed it and he halted, so he's been like that for a couple of months, so hopefully he's getting what he needs.
Man, the colour would suggest it's doing everything it should.
Yeah, awesome,
That's a really, really nice piece.
Yep. And then just yellow one on top of it, that's the Pink Floyd.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, again, he's only started sprouting now. So he was sitting there for just encrusting for about 6 months, so he started sprouting.
Good extension, good colour.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask. Looks a treat.
I'll have to frag the cherry bomb. That's taken a bit of light from me too. But yes.
You can go other directions, cherry bomb. Go upwards. Leave our Pink Floyd there.
Yeah, spot on. In the front, so we got Purplicious.
Yes.
That's been a journey as well. That's why the Kessel's there to get him more colours.
Really
so he's a pretty
spotlight him.
he's a pretty high end piece that I was struggling with coloration.
Yep.
And it ended up peaking actually on the weekend. Like I saw some really nice pinks and purples. Fragged a piece off, and then a lot of the pink sucked out of it as well with the frag. So I was shattered. I did
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Which is funny. Normally, I must admit, experiences I've had before is like, I'm like, nah, don't cut it. It's growing. Don't cut it. And then when I eventually cave and do cut it, it grows twice as quick and colours up really nicely.
Yeah, spot on.
So interesting to hear. And this will convince me never to frag anything ever again.
That
one went the other way. But I mean, it still looks nice.
Definitely growth when you frag, but the colour, I think because it was just there, and I'm like, beautiful. Cut.
Yes. This branch that comes off the right side of it there, that's just sort of laid down for the light to hit it. That's got the coloration on it.
Yeah, spot on.
Like you can really see those bright, pinky, peachy correlates on it.
Yeah.
And it's probably just because of the uprights, you got the sort of the darker green polyp on it, which are covering those colours. But on the side there, you can see it.
It's not ideal, like the way that it's growing. It's almost away from the viewing. So it is what it is.
That's it.
Yeah. Unless you put a glass on the front, a light on the front glass. Behind it, that's actually one of my favourite and
Yeah.
one of the cheapest ones.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a name for it. It's just the teal with it's like purpley blue polyps.
Definitely.
But beautiful.
It's a wild piece that comes in pretty often, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
If it had a name on it, I think it'd go gangbusters.
Definitely,
It's got crazy contrast. It's actually a relatively easy coral to keep.
Yep, spot on.
You've got the colours popping on it, man.
That's beautiful.
The green on yours, they can often go a little, I won't say army green, but a bit less vibrant in the green, and the purple can be a little more muted.
Yep.
Yours is teal and
I love
hyper purple. Looks a treat.
Yeah, awesome, man. Next to that one, so that's the Frag sticking up. So that's a home wrecker.
Yeah, nice.
It's still colouring up.
Got to be one of the slowest growing pieces I've ever come across. Not that I've ever had one, but every one that I've seen, people have said that they've had it for ages. Hasn't done much yet, but hopefully soon.
Yeah.
You've had yours long?
Maybe 2 months now.
Oh, not long
2 months, yeah, so fresh.
Oh man, it's settled in nicely then.
Yeah.
Obviously it'll come out. Take a little bit to gain its full colour, but you got polyps out, so that looks great.
Yeah, hopefully that takes off one day. It's in prime posi, so
that's it.
You've got the most par,
given it the prime real estate. You've even elevated up. You've got putty in there, sticking it right up so it's got good light, good flow.
Yes, but I had a little custom mount there.
Works a treat.
Yeah. At the back, so that's Jonno's AMA's nuclear nectar.
Yep.
So yellow millie.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. They're normally grafted, but I asked for one of the yellow and green variants, just so hopefully that grows out and it's just yellow and green, because I love it. Seeing those millies. I had a massive red millie colony there that I ripped out and puttied over.
Yes.
To get those pieces in.
So the pressure's on them now.
Yes, they better grow. And just at the front of that, there's a Walt Disney little Frag.
Yeah,
I had a bigger piece, but it ended up getting flow locked in the middle of those two colonies.
Right, okay.
So it ended up just stagnating, not even any polyps out. So I ripped it out and got a little bit of a stad for this one, which is getting much better flow.
You've got some nice, it's got good yellow polyps on it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Which is good, and the nice purple on the top tip of the corallites there looks good.
Yeah. And then just under it is that...
Lacani,
Is it? Yeah, Lacani,
I think it's Lacani,
The Blues Clues, Jonno calls it, or AMA calls it. Sorry, I shouldn't keep saying.
It's all good. It's all good. Look, I'm pretty sure that when people see the intro or outro to this video and I'm standing in front of that canvas, that's I had a big colony of that in my previous tank before it was named. But it's a stunning piece. It's kind of almost like a chunky echinata. It's got similar colours, smooth skin, but it's just not as fine skeleton. It looks a treat.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I hope
that's when both of those grow out, and you've got the yellows and purples on the Walt Disney and the whites, blues and greens on that Blues Clues.
Yeah, should look good.
That's going to be stunning. I mean, it already is, but it's only going to get better.
No, correct. Yep. Next to it, Vivid Confetti.
Yes, that was one I was going to roll the dice on the name. I was going to say, I know that piece. And that's a good size too. It looks beautiful.
I just had to hack all around the back of it to say it's coral fit. So if you see a lot of frags from me, it's genuinely because I'm just trying to keep them from dying.
Just keep them growing and keeping them light and flowy. What about this piece sort of up behind it?
Yeah, so that's
the colony there.
So that's again the tangerine drain.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I was gonna say, well, that's interesting because I like that one too.
Yeah, there was supposed to be two different. Again, it's the coral, the name game.
Yes.
There were supposed to be two different ones, but as they're grown, they look the same, so I'll call them the same.
Yeah, fair call.
But again, the Vivid Confetti, not ideal coloration. It's only started coming back really. I don't know if it's because of growth that it's.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm gonna get this. Yeah, hunting the hunt colours bad, so I'm trying to get some vivid.
Fair enough.
Pinks on it would look really nice.
That's great. And then, have I got this one correct? I was calling this green goblin, but that's goldenrod. Is that a green goblin
at the back?
behind it?
Yes, correct.
All right, good. And now I can clearly see the colour difference between those two pieces there. Very, very nice.
Green goblin there. And then I also got another nuclear nectar from AMA just tucked back there.
Nice.
So that's got the real nice sharp
grafting. That does have that grafting, It's hard to see from here, but I will get top down of it so you can really see that.
Yeah. So I'll have to prune around as that grows in.
Just so you can really appreciate that grafting.
Spot on, and then, another goldenrod falling off the underneath that.
Goldenrod for days.
On the back rock, it's got bubblegum digi. That ended up massive. I had to hack that down recently as well, just to show some of the back ones. And then next to it, I think it's just a pink spath. It was called Heisenberg. It's starting to branch now, but not colour yet. So hopefully get some colour in that soon.
And it looks like a just the polyp extension on it. It looks like it's velvet. It's
It's
got such a fine yet expansive polyp on it. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if some colour came into that. Yep. And then going up, so the Walt Disney.
Yep. Bigger piece of Walt Disney there again. Great colours.
That's starting to take off. Prime time now, so we're watching that.
Excellent.
And just behind it, just a blue stag, blue teal stag.
Just a blue stag.
It's stunning, but it's stunning.
Fantastic.
Colour. Next to it, there's a little dead acro there. I don't know why it died. It was blue with red polyps.
Because acro, that's why.
Yeah, spot on.
They don't always do what they're meant to do.
If you know, you know. And then on the right side of it, ASD Millie.
Yep, beautiful.
Yeah, and then down the AMA Cuckoo.
Yep.
Which
that's
is,
very nice
I love
too.
that.
Yeah, great colour on the polyps.
Yep. That one, again, I have to keep fragging off to keep away from the other corals.
Got yourself an aquatic bonsai tree in here. A lot of fragging to keep all these acros happy.
Yeah, spot on.
Very nice.
Maybe the upgrade's coming soon then. And just a a rainbow Monty down there.
Beautiful.
That's encrusting.
That's the one that gets covered in sand by the leopardess.
Yep, they love it. And then, I guess, coming off into this rock, there's a little, what's it called again?
Sylvastria?
Yep. I thought that would be cool at the start to get some little encrusting bowl there. Would look
definitely.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some accidental mushrooms back there.
Yes.
I did have a frag at one point that I yanked, and they started growing out. So I thought it's not bad. A little bit of contrast anyway.
Very nice contrast against that Monty. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. How that grows out.
Notice you got some sunfire grafted Monty cat back there too. Yep.
I think that would look nice.
That would look
growing
nice.
Back
Yeah.
See what happens.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger regrets that I have, not having a nice big Monty cap in here.
Yes, it does give a nice different shape to the reef.
That
being said, it's tough in a 4 foot or smaller tank. They take up so much real estate. So it's one of those things you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You don't have it, you go, oh geez, that shape's awesome. You do have it, you're like, oh, it's shading everything.
Correct. Yeah, it's what I
can't win.
Or you put it in and it doesn't like the flow and it dies anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So we're about halfway through the coral.
Sorry, I've just been going.
So much coral. Are you sure this isn't a 14-foot tank?
I wish.
While we're at this end,
look
at this goni garden in here. Holy moly, man. These are some crazy gonies.
They're nice. Again, I wish we're chasing coloration right now, so hopefully...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Their colours look pretty good to me.
We'll see.
Man.
Could always get better. So, just a normal... Just a normal green goni. That was one of the cheapest, but again, I love the contrast it gives.
Contrast is crazy,
Behind it is a red glitter with the yellow
polyps.
Yeah, yellow polyps.
Yeah,
that hasn't loved life, so it's had a tough life. Always never happy. I
just saw the male clown too. So
did you? Yeah.
Maybe that's
Get away from the gonies. He's looking after some eggs in there, so
yes, makes sense. Makes sense.
The glitter bomb.
Yeah. Look at that glitter banding on that.
Yeah.
Just crazy nice. The yellow tang wants to photobomb, but those glitter lines on the stems, stunning.
He's really normally probably double that.
Right.
When he comes out.
Don't you love it when the camera's out?
Yes. Amaze balls.
Yes. Yep. Good size amaze balls too.
Yeah, he's coming good.
Growing in really nicely.
And then next to it, I forget the name, but it's just the pink with the yellow.
Yep.
With the yellow tips.
Yeah, nice. Does give good contrast.
Yep.
And another red there in the back.
Yeah, that's just a standard red.
Standard red.
A survivor from the first tank, actually.
Yeah, okay. One of the OGs.
Yeah. And then behind it, one of the gold amaze balls.
Yeah.
That's not really loving life, so I've got to twist it up.
He's getting a bit squished in there.
Yeah. Between a Sylvastria and Morgani. So.
Yep. Yeah, stunning garden of goni in there, which it's not an easy feat when you've got SBS, high caliber SBS in here. And I know you mentioned before about the work you did with the flow and the lighting as well to try and make everything happy here. And I'd say you're doing a heck of a job.
It's getting easier.
Nice.
By the second year, it's getting easier.
Good. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing for people to know, because I know a lot of people start off with their tanks and they just don't get the success they feel they should be instantly. It is one of those things, sometimes you just got to let the tank get there, and then it does just all stable in from there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a couple of videos on your channel that really made me jealous the last couple of months. Some guys with absolute 10-year-old looking tanks that they've got up in a couple of months.
Don't worry, your tank's going to be making a lot of people jealous.
Yeah.
Look at this. Myself behind the camera included. This system looks ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. And then Space Invader.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's that's good. Not the best coloration, but it's getting cranked there. Probably.
I was going to say, it's getting a fair bit of light.
Yeah, it's on probably 450, 500 part.
Yeah. It's funny, that's one that, in my system, when I first put it in, it was, I'd say, that's stretched a little bit over the skeleton. I'd say mine was stretched 3 or 4 times more than that, to the point where it just looked like, I don't know, someone trying to put an elephant in a shopping bag or something. Yeah, right. And it just looks terrible. And I did have the same conclusion where it was getting too much light, so I put it in the shade, and it did fluff and right up. Real happy. Yeah. But then it immediately grew like sideways towards the light. And I'm like, if you want the light, you had all the light before. I make you happy in the shade, and then now you're growing towards the light. It was ridiculous. But
they do the opposite sometimes, Carl. He's
just
normally actually very fluffy. But today's one of those days.
Yeah, that's
actually I had a ripper. So the day that we spoke, we had a trip with the boys booked to go camping and fishing.
Yeah, nice.
And then halfway through, I was like, okay, because Sam got to fishing. Oh my gosh, the day before Sam's coming, I'm going on an overnight trip. No. This is either going to be a bad story or come back. The only casualty was my showpiece. It's absolute stunner. My showpiece Lobo. Spent the night half on a Space Invader and half on the sand.
And that's this beautiful guy
and
now.
It hasn't moved for over a year. And
still looks pretty good.
The night before you come, it's in face first in the sand and half in a Space Invader.
Sand is hard enough on them, but
Space
Invader Pectinio, that should have melted it.
Spot on. I was actually the slowest reveal
I can
ever.
Imagine. Yeah. I would have expected just to find white sludge under that. I was sure those two would have melted. It's a wonder you didn't melt them both, to be honest.
Spot on.
It's pulled through just fine.
Hopefully, it's still...
Right, touch wood.
And then when you got to glue it back, and you're kind of you're feeling little cracks and little creaks. So
stressful.
Hopefully, but that was a stunner. So beautiful, toxic green with pink.
It still is a stunner.
Bit of yellow, bit of pink. It was absolutely showpiece. So hopefully it does all right.
And I've got to say, I do love the fact that you've got a really nice Lobo garden there. It's a coral that I've been saying now for, I reckon, at least 12 months, if not 24. At least in Australia, so severely underrated.
Love them,
people just don't give them the time of day they should. The colours, the markings, the patterns, the price. I mean, you can get really nice Lobos for
spot on.
Bugger all compared to Scollies or something.
Well, A, I love them, and B, they're one of the only LPS that survive there. So I don't know why. I tried how many Scollies. They don't survive. Mushies, I had the OG bounce there, didn't do well. But these Lobos, they're
loving life. I mean, they can spend a night in a Space Invader Pectinia and still look ridiculously good. So you've definitely got the elixir for them. Oh, man, so many. I've got to say, I love this green and gold and red, and just the shape of it is so fluffy. Look at them like melting onto the purple one to the left there, and the guy above it's just drooping down onto it. They're just... Awesome. It just piles on to each other. For they can be a pretty stingy coral, but they're obviously fine with each other. To see them just like rubbing shoulders like that is...
They're right. That actually, the one that landed in the Space Invader, he's probably killed about 6 Lobos.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't always been...
They're most aggressive.
It hasn't always been super friendly between them. But
that's why there's a couple of centimetre gap in between everyone else.
A little bit of room for some polyps.
Spot on.
Nice. Nice recordia in there next to it too.
Just a little bit of contrast. So he's been doing well too. So they're getting along. That's the Royal Grammar home under there as well.
Okay. He just lives under that little balcony of Logophilia there.
Spot on.
The powder blue's not letting me film. There we go.
So next to that, I've got a nice little Iron Man Favia.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
If I could find the perfect spot for him, he'd really go nuts.
Yeah, I was going to ask. He's in very low light there, almost completely shaded. He still seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's surviving, but he's been better.
Yes, okay.
It's a mix of I've got to find low flow and medium light, which is hard to find.
Definitely.
So that's low flow, not ideal light, but
still got that colour and contrast. There's that. The Royal Grammar just stuck his head out for a second. Very, very nice. That looks a treat. Love it.
And then the Hammer Garden is last.
Man, stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. Really nice. You got like one of every of the major colour combos there. You've got the nice toxic green, you've got this yellow stem with a minty green, you've got the full-blown canary there.
Yeah.
That thing is yellow as they come.
Amazing.
Looks nice, particularly next to that super toxic orange recordia. It just stands out.
Yeah.
Pinks, teals, golds, blotch.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This card has been through hell as well. Actually, I messaged you ages ago because I was like, how the hell does Sam Parker do it? Like, he's cooking his hammers. These ones, they were almost down to a skeleton. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, right. They look all right now.
I do believe that short pulse. So I was on Reef Crest at those times.
Yes.
I do believe short pulse helped a lot. So they started getting more flow that way as opposed to thrashed.
Yeah, so a bit more back and forth rather than just sending one direction. Yeah. I'm going to say, I think the layout you have of them there, where you've got this sort of circle around the base and then one sitting up a bit higher, is going to allow flow around them all, and it's probably helping too. So
it's spot on.
You've done well scaping that out and just giving them room to do their thing.
So now they're surviving. Maybe a couple of upgrades on the cards, maybe. We'll see how we go.
They're doing more than surviving. They look an absolute treat.
Yep.
And you've even got corals hidden around corners here. I can see like a rainbow galaxia down there.
Yeah.
Got some chalice in there.
Yeah.
Is that, what kind of chalice we looking at?
It is a rainbow chalice, but it ended up a lot more red.
A lot more red and yellow, but I can see blues and greens in there as well.
A couple of stripes.
More Monty there, more Digi.
Yep.
Crazy nice.
Yep.
So much coral in there, man.
Thanks, man. That's what you want to hear.
That is what you want to hear. And I mean, like you talked about a couple of things that maybe aren't looking their best today, but damn, even they look incredible. So
thanks, man.
You've got to be pretty pleased with how that's going.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every day I'm a fidgeter as well, so it's not ideal. But every day, any time I can make something better or move something around or add something, I'm trying. So hopefully, there's a lot more iterations and it gets a lot more better.
I am. Whether the tank continues to grow in the path that it's growing, or whether you do an upgrade or something, I'm sure you're going to look back at this video and go, man, that tank was cranking at that point in time. Because the SBS, the LPS, the Gonies, everything in here just looks so good. You'd have to be very, very pleased.
Thank you very much.
But you mentioned a couple of corals in here that haven't always worked out perfectly, and you've got some more corals in this room that haven't worked out perfectly. In fact, you got to the point where you set up a whole separate tank over here just for them. Yeah,
for sure. So definitely the birth of this tank was because of the OG bounce. It ended up, I don't know how, I don't know why, but it ended up being probably 12, 15 centimeters.
Whoa!
And it was taking the shade away from the hammers. It was almost the hammer size. It was massive, the bubbles.
Crazy. Like I said, the bubbles on this piece in here are already ridiculously big. Look at the size of them. But they got to the point where they were shaking the hammers.
It was massive. Absolutely
ridiculous.
Massive. So I had no other choice. I didn't have room in the sump for a little frag setup that some guys can do.
That sump's fully executed. There's no space.
I tried cups, I tried acclimation boxes, I tried everything, and it got to the point where it started going downhill and dying.
Right.
Because there's too much flow. It almost ended up looking like a parachute. So, got a frag tank set up. Frag the OG, obviously.
Man, you got frag school. You got this is a mother colony, surely on the left there, and then you've got two step parents, and then you've got a number of children here as well. Sure, they're just doing their thing.
They're not ideal. So I ran out of elk in the bottle the other week. And I didn't top it up, and it got down to probably 6. I think it was 6. So everything took a little bit of a hit, but it's coming back slowly.
Thankfully, Softy's probably
correct.
Be a little bit more forgiving, but he wouldn't say for a second, looking at that mother there, that there was anything wrong with that in there at all. Then it doesn't end there. So you've got a bunch of other crazy cool stuff in here too. Obviously, near on a dozen OG bounces in there. Crazy Zoas.
So fragging was never the intention here. So all of these started off in there, and I wanted a Adonis colony, I wanted a Holy Grain Acorn, I wanted the Yellow Submarine Favia. But wasn't that way. So flow, light, obviously the challenges of trying to keep it all together.
For sure.
They all ended up in here one by one. The Rainbow Chalice wasn't here, but actually got a little margined.
I did see a little margin butterfly in there.
He started pecking at that, so I had to put it back in there.
Right. Crazy.
It's not a necessity. I don't love to run it. I don't love to clean it. I don't love to test it. It's actually abated, so I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
That second system challenge, it can be, when it's obviously your main focus and time and attention goes over there. But you've got a pretty hefty investment in things in here, so
spot on.
you can't neglect it too much.
Yeah, spot on.
And you mentioned some of these Favias, Holy Grail Acans. You've got the Adonis in there. You've got Recordias. You've got the Sunkist bounce in there as well. Some nice Blastos. This ridiculous Orodactys in here.
It is massive. Massive.
That looks like a carpet nem. It's that big. It's crazy. And this system, I can see you got a Radiant on there.
Yes. XR15. This one's a G5 Blue. And then
keep this one fairly simple.
Got the Red Sea Dose.
Fairly simple compared to the other tank, but still a lot going on in there.
Kind of. It's just a skimmer filter sock. Which I hate. But I'm definitely not putting more tech on this.
No, fair call.
You got to stay away. And then heaps of rock. That was in there. It started off kind of display-ish. But as I cut these up, then I put some rack in there. That's it. Fairly simple.
Fairly simple, but does the job. And hopefully by farming Euro-G Bounce, that can fund some of those other pieces that you're looking to add to the tank, which no doubt come with a pretty equally hefty price tag.
Definitely, For any of the deals that my partner doesn't see anyway.
It's all about subsidising the hobby where you can.
No, definitely. That's been a massive part of it. Again, you guys were talking about it on the podcast that I love to listen to. I think supplementing the hobby is definitely an important part of the.
You got to do it. It's an expensive hobby. There's no two ways about it. And if you can, very few people can make a living out of it. But if you can get to the point where you can at least subsidise the costs, then why wouldn't you? It makes sense.
Yeah, spot on.
Now, I'm sure a million people out there are going to be wanting to know, what do you do and how much time are you spending a week to get these results? You said you're pretty hands-on with the tank, but what's an average sort of weekly routine look like for you with this system?
So started on the Saturday. So Saturday I just test the 3 primaries and I test nitrate and phosphate. And so to the point now, so it's once a week, and I'm happy to do it once a week manually.
Things have stabilised in a bit.
Yeah, correct. As I was kind of getting used to it, and the corals were getting used to it, I was doing phosphate and nitrate probably 2 to 3 times a week. But that's once a week now. Other than that, it's daily Monty blowing from the RAS. Blow off the sand off the RAS.
Just turkey baster in there.
Yeah, correct. Turkey based. And feed the tank, so in the morning frozen, in the night frozen, and if I'm at home, pellet, flake. Flake throughout the middle of the day.
Beautiful.
And that's it, actually. So
that's it. What about water changes? Do you do water changes on this tank?
No water changes. Haven't done a water change since October last year.
Right.
Yeah, so it's actually very long now since a water change.
Parameter-wise, you mentioned earlier on your phosphates hanging around 0.1-ish.
Yeah, now they're probably 0.08.
0.07.
So they're getting a bit lower. Sometimes the test is 0.05. Probably 0.05 to 0.08 is where they're ranging now. Nitrates.
Pretty low,
nitrates 10. So I did a bit of work to bring them up. So they were hanging around 4, 5. You hear that 10's the optimal number. So I just boosted it up. I had to dose nitrates to get there. And so now they're hanging at 10 consistently without dosing.
Excellent.
I think the extra Anthe has helped the case as well. 10 nitrate, 0.05 to 0.8 phosphate. Alk's at 8. Magnesium's at 1350. And calcium's at 430, 420, 430.
Right. So just textbook water parameters, really. Not doing anything wild or different. It's just those standard parameters that most of us chase.
I do a lot of trace.
So
daily trace, I do a lot of ICPs. So there was maybe a stint of 6 ICPs across 6 months, so ICP every month. Just to make sure that I was dialed in with my routine. And now probably once every 2-3 months, just to make sure.
So just like your manual testing went back in frequency a little bit, the ICPs did too, because you get to a point where the tank hits its groove and things are a little less volatile.
Spot on. There's always I do wish that I could do it if they were more cost effective. I'd do it probably every month or a lot more frequently, because there's always those large kind of boron or bromine corrections that you need to do. So the more frequent you could do it and get those corrections in.
Or maybe our friends at Triton will bring that subscription model to Australia.
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, spot on. I saw that. That'd be great. Yep, definitely. So yeah, that's it. No water changes, traces.
Yep.
Calcium reactor, calc, and that's pretty much it. My hands-on every day is just blasting the bloody sand off the Monties.
It's surprising. I know you said you like to be hands-on with the tank, but realistically, that's a pretty basic workload on tank, like cleaning the glass, feeding the tank, blowing sand off things.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Basic testing and dosing.
Yeah, and glass cleaning every day or
of course. Yeah, but no crazy water changes or bizarre routines.
No.
It's all pretty autopilot or cruise control, really.
Yeah,
and
spot on. Yeah,
that's amazing.
I was doing actually. I only automated the ATO maybe a couple of months ago now.
Okay.
But that was every week for a year. I had to fill the ATO at the back. But it was good. I had the pump, the Sitche zero pump.
Make it as easy as you can. Yep.
But automate it, absolute game changer.
Yeah.
So,
It's one of those things that once you do it, you're just like, why did I not do this sooner?
Yeah, spot on. Just to feel pain and agony.
No, well, that's simply incredible. This is a ridiculously nice system, and you should be incredibly proud of the results. I know you say you're only a couple of years into the journey, but this system looks like it's been running for a couple of decades. It looks ridiculous. Thanks. The growth, the color, the variety of fish and corals in there, absolute treat, and everything is so impeccably clean, which is a testament to the hands-on time that you do spend on this tank. And I'm so pleased that you put your hand up and said, yeah, if you think my tank's up to it, you can come and film it, because I can 100% categorically tell you this tank is well and truly up to it. And
thank you.
Everyone's going to really enjoy seeing this system on their TV in the lounge room. And I'll be eating popcorn right there next to them. Thank you very much once again. I really do appreciate it. Making time available during your working week, which is above and beyond. So thanks very much. And thanks for sharing your tank.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it, mate. Cheers.
All right, guys, there you have it. That is the system that I've labeled Jonno's jaw-dropping 4-foot Cade, and I think you can agree it absolutely earns that title. It is a stunning, stunning system, running for about 2 years now, has some incredible fish in there, and I've got to say, those corals particularly, well, I was going to say particularly the SBS, but that's just because I'm an SBS nut. The Lobos in that tank look ridiculously good. The hammers in that system look ridiculously good. Even things like the pectinias and things look ridiculously good. The gonies look incredible. It's just everything in that system looks an absolute treat. Even in the Frag tank, when you see things like the multiple OG bounces in there, man, Jonno's got this game dialed in, and I tell you what, he does it all with a system that takes probably minimal overhead from his perspective. I know Jonno does like to get in there and tinker a fair bit, but when you look at it, it's mostly cleaning the glass and feeding the fish. There's not that much work, no big water changes or anything like that that he has to do in the system. So from my opinion, he's got that tank dialed in and cranking away, and I cannot wait to see those SBS colonies get even bigger than they already are, and even more colorful than they already are, if that's remotely possible, because man, they're colorful right now. Now, I should wrap things up there because this video has been running for some time, and I do appreciate you for watching it this long. I do need to give a massive shout out to each and every one of these names on screen here. These are my channel members. These guys chip in a couple of dollars each and every month to make it possible for me to get out and drive, well, to be fair, halfway across the state to go and see Jonno's beautiful tank. And they make it possible for me to do that and bring it to you guys here on YouTube free of charge. So a massive round of applause to all of these paid members. I really humbly appreciate your support. If you do want to support the channel, but you don't have a couple of dollars to spare each and every month, I completely get you and hear you. However, you still can show your support for the channel by hitting the subscribe button down there in the bottom corner. That tells the YouTube algorithm you think this is good content and want to recommend it to other like-minded reefers out there. And also, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. That's fine too. No judgment here. I will wrap things up there though. I do just quickly want to say, if you do have any questions, comments, feedback from myself, for Jonno and that incredible tank, or just anything in general, feel free to pop them in the comments section down below. I do personally reply to each and every comment there, so it is the best way to get hold of me. Now, I don't have anything else to say other than we have some fresh content coming at the same place, same time next week, and I look forward to bringing it to you then. Until then, guys, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, bye.